Hey guys, welcome back. Manny here with another video. Today I want to show you one of my first rifles that I ever built slash bought. So let's get into it. So today we're going to talk about my rifle, my AR15 that I got back when I was 22. This is my second firearm that I purchased. We'll start with the first piece I ever got was the lower. So I will actually pop the upper and the lower apart so we can talk about them separately. So this one here is it was a very cheap upper at the time. Still is kind of a cheap upper, but I mean lower, sorry. It's just an Anderson pony lower. It served me well. It was not too fairly expensive when I bought it, so it was a nice little upper. I put in a CMMG parts kit in it myself, and that was no issue. Has a QD backplate on it with a mil-spec tube and the Magpul SLK. Yeah, the SLK, and I had to get a slot for a sling. I had to get the M-lock adapter for that, and it fits right in the back of the stock. Or I could have bought just the regular SL. But where I bought this later on didn't have those, so I had to buy that separately. But yeah, so all of this was at one point, and it had like some cheap, crappy mil-spec stock. So I was like, nope, I threw that out and got a nice Magpul, and also this was an SLK K2 grip. Yep, the K2 grip by Magpul that I put on there. It had an A2 when I started, and I switched out for a Magpul oversized trigger guard because I live in Michigan. The realism I'm actually going out and shooting in the winter is pretty real, so gloves, you want to be able to actuate your gloves. Just a regular mil-spec bolt catch and mag release, nothing special. I might put a bad lever on it, I don't know. I played with this rifle enough, but I haven't really put too many rounds through it. I think I've got maybe 1,000 rounds through it, and it's because it kind of just sits at home. It's my home defense rifle, so yeah. So that's the lower. Now we can go to the upper, but before we go to the upper, I will talk about the sling I have. This was originally an MS4 sling by Magpul, but the best thing about an MS4 is there's a million of them around, but they got that 2-point to single point crap on it. So all I did was I hacked off that bullshit and made it an MS1 sling. One of the best slings on the market, the Magpul SL1. MS1. Should say that correctly. Great sling. Got it in OD because OD is life. OD is life. Now we'll talk about the upper. This upper was, I think this is all, it's a matching, it was a Manderson stripped upper that I got with just got a dust cover, nickel, I don't know why, but the place where I built this, they only had a nickel boron forward assist, so that's what's on the gun, no big deal. This charging handle was not the original charging handle, but it is a Radian Raptor handle. The only one, or I might go to a Geisley Super Duty Geisley gas buster, but hey, the Radian for the money, can't beat it. It's one of the best ambi charging handles on the market. This bolt carrier is a DSG. I want to say DSG is also is made, or person who makes the DSG also makes the BCM bolt carrier group, so it's a nice bolt carrier group for half the cost of fucking expensive ass bolt carrier. So throw that back on the bench. But yep. So going from forward, we have I think this is a Radical Firearms barrel 1-in-7 twist. I want to say, don't know what the steel is off the top of my head. It says, but it's all dirty, so I'm not gonna worry about that too much. But then it just goes to a flash hider. Nothing fancy, just a mil-spec kind of flash hider bullshit. But the handguard is what I like the most. It's the older style Midwest Industries rail, the slim rail that just has Picatinny in the front and the back. So if you need to mount your optic more forward onto the rail, you could, but it's you could also, it's got key mod on it. That's how it tells you how old this thing is. So they still had key mod. I mean, key mod's not a bad system. I like key mod because I have it, but if I was going to do this rifle again or another rifle I was going to buy, had Keymod or M-LOK, I'd go with M-LOK because everyone's moving towards that. Shit, we might even see him go back to quad rails before we see Keymod pop back up again. But yep, it's a 1-in-7 twist barrel, 16 inches. So this is a full rifle. I didn't go with a 14.5 pinned because if I want to switch my muzzle device to maybe like a Surefire War Comp and get a suppressor or a Knights attachment, or if I want, so I can take this off and switch it out with something else. But anyway, it's a mid-length gas system. I really like it. I've had no failures on this rifle other than ammo-related failures. Now we'll go up to the light. This happens to be a Surefire ProTac rail mount HLX, so it's a 1,000 lumen model. And I do have it in a cloud defensive mount. The only true way to mount the Streamlight light is with this cloud defensive tape switch holder, because the zip ties and the tape is not how it's going to work. So I know I've heard things about this light being unreliable. I've also heard you could extend and pull on the springs a little bit to get better connection with like an 18650 batteries, which I have done in here. So it's got an 18650 in it. I haven't had any issues. The light's lived on this rifle for the whole time. So since I built the rifle, it had this light on it. So it's gone through 1,000 rounds so far, but that's nowhere near real true testing because it was easy, flat range testing, so no real harsh environments, over maybe 4 to 5 range trips. So anyway, no big deal on that. I like the light. I like the tape switch. If I had a chance, I would switch up to a mod light if I could, but that's not the cards right now. So anyway, and then when I first got into rifles, I wanted to try the LPVO game out, and I did so by getting a primary arms 1-6, and this is the KISS reticle, the KISS. It's got some acronym. Pretty much keep it simple, stupid. All it is a chevron tip with some little stadia lines for farther distances, but nothing truly. It's very simple and not very complicated. I have the diopter set for my eye when I run this rifle. This rifle's very good to me, and I like it. Doesn't say this rifle is the best rifle or the best quality rifle, but I built it, and when I sourced the parts out for it, it worked for me. And this was my first rifle, so I learned a lot of things about it. I would go, instead of building one, unless parts become super cheap and rifles go up through the roof, completed rifles go through, I don't think I'd build another rifle, because this is a built rifle. I would go out and buy a good rifle from BCM, Midwest Industries, Type A Rifle Company. There's a bunch of different rifles. I mean, it's all depending on your price point. I hear Arrow makes some good rifles as well. So if I was going to go there, I would buy a rifle other than built. But I like this rifle enough. It suits my needs. I want to say that I spent less than $1,000 on this, not including the optic and the light, but for sure less than $1,000 on this. Prove me wrong. Tell me in the comments how much I paid. But hey, I like this rifle. It's a very nice rifle. It served me well. It's my home defense gun, so I really like it. But anyway, guys, until next time, see ya. Be safe, and we'll see you on the next one.